First, good afternoon. Thank you very much for being with us. I apologize on behalf of Kibok and I for the delay that he caused us. We have a request from a number of Egyptian clubs to include additional point to that, and that's to approve a per capita country fund for Egypt. It will be added towards the end. The first item on the agenda are the financial statements, to discuss and adopt the audited financial statement from the previous year 10-11, which were sent to you on 2nd of March, covering the district fund, district cup conference, district magazine, Rotaract, Interact statements, and the copy is available there. We have to go to the one before that, because the one before that in 2009-10 was submitted after the conference, so the conference did not approve it because it was submitted after the conference ends. So we now submit two financial statements, 9-10, which was past Governor Nijad's year, and 10-11, which was Asim's year. And copies are available there. We have audited statements, and they are available for you to discuss and vote upon.
I would propose that we adopt those two as they are.
Anyone seconds?
Somebody second, then we can shoot. Because they are there, they are said, they are audited. What do we do?
They were audited. The first one was delayed due to the certain conditions, as you know, in Bahrain, and was immediately delivered after the conference. And now is the chance to approve it at the conference, and then we can go to the year after 10-11.
Excuse me, to support what I said is that, my friends, those accounts have been drafted and prepared in accordance with the budget which you approved before that. That is why, to simplify matters, because there is no way that anybody now will do it, I move and I propose that they are adopted by the Assembly.
Okay? So this is approved? Any objections? No objections. Thank you very much. Point approved. Nominating committee for director. We need to elect one for director and one member for the nominating committee for the RI Board of Directors. And the names suggested are past District Governor Doros Giropoulos to be the candidate of the district, and past District Governor Asim to be the alternate member. This is, just for those who don't know what this means, there is a committee that will be formed next year from different electors of different representatives of districts, and they will be responsible for electing the director of our zone for 14-16. So these past governors will be the nominating committee for that position. And we need one from our district and an alternate just in case he or she could not make it. So the proposal is that PDG Doros is the official nomination from the recommendation from our district, and PDG Asim to be the alternate.
Yes.
Is this support?
Thank you.
Doris, you second this?
I propose you kick this man out of here.
Now I hope long life for everybody. We don't need alternates. Next, the district fund. Our friend Kibor, would you like to be with me? District Governor-elect Kibok, he submitted to you by email his suggested district fund and district magazine budgets, which will be the basis for the per capita levy, how much every club will be paying beginning of the year, next year for this amount, for this purpose. And there is a minor modification on this that the one you received was with a $10 per capita. The modification is $11 per capita. Plus two. The plus two is for an Arabization project that we are going around in the Arab world to translate and print and different services, so that we have a full library of our material, PR, education, and so on. So the budget is, I leave it to...
These are for only
of course,
Cyprus, Armenia, Georgia.
We are excluding out of this Arabization Georgia, Armenia, and Cyprus. Okay. Although Cyprus, they speak Arabic, I think they should be charged.
$1. In a few years' time, when I start speaking Arabic, then we'll join you. Yes. Okay. Now, as you see, we're making you pay less. Instead of $14,
why? You have to say
11. Why? Because my friend Asim had $32,000 on which he was sitting and keeping it secret. He was not passing it over. And suddenly, after I made all the calculations and I circulated it, he had told me that he was going to transfer to me 32,000, but last night it happened that he transferred only 29,000 something, so I have to increase it from 10 to 11 now. Okay? Again, you are making a saving. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
By the way, in this budget, I'm going to supply money to 2 districts. Because I'm going to supply money to the 2451 and 2452, 7,500 each for seed money, and 15,000 each for training, for the DTTS, etc. Whilst I received only 25, I have to pay out 30, and whilst I received only 10 for seed money, I have to pay out 15. So we are being very generous. That's it. Thank you. And yet you are going to pay less. Thank you, Asim.
But I would like to add to this 2 things. One, please, so that you enable the governor start his year and his plans, please make sure that your club settle the amount of this fund and magazine in time, immediately. Don't urgently. 1st of July, mid of July maximum. DGE Kiborg will advise you where to settle this amount shortly, the account numbers. Please, whenever you do this, the settlement, you deposit in the bank, send a copy to the governor, because sometimes you send your office boy to put the deposit and the governor will never know who is this from. So make it very clear which club is it from and what is it for, and advise or scan the copy and send it to the governor so that he's able to track who is it from.
Please arrange credit card transfer form. That's much easier, very safe.
Also,
it
this
can be
will
done
be
from the office. It's a 1-minute job.
Noted. Okay. Noted.
Okay. Excuse me, last year we implemented one account for Lebanon. All the clubs paid to that account and then they were transferred to Jordan. So can we do it this year?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We'll talk about this, yes. Okay. The same Jordan, I think.
Yeah, to avoid extra expenses and to make the local control, the deputy in the country will be responsible for collecting and making sure that it's collected, and then it'll be one transfer to the government.
Too much transferring, please, I want to mention this, too much transferring makes us lose a lot of money. Because, just to give you an idea, when Osama transferred $25,000 to me, I lost $280 on it.
Yes.
Just 280 euros. Which is more than that.
This is my credit card.
Yes. So my credit card maybe is easier.
Just let me give you a piece of advice, and this is specifically for Egypt. We are having problems now transferring money out of the banks, and Osama has suffered from this problem a lot. So I'd rather that you organize with Mayan. This is a beautiful idea what they're doing in Lebanon. that they gather all the money from the clubs, and then one way to transfer it to you. Otherwise, you'll get lost with the 77 clubs.
We have already discussed it somehow, and we agree that we do it this way. But I want all the presidents to pay in time, so that we don't run around writing letters to each other, because we want to decrease the correspondence within the
club presidents, they like to talk to the government. So that's why
they are most welcome.
That's why they delay the payment. That's why they delay the payment.
As long as it's not after 2 in the morning, the
and you come and collect calls.
It's okay? So you approve of this budget? Yes. Thank you very much.
The magazine also, magazine $8.
$8 magazine.
Magazine has been, the magazine, District Magazine needs support, and we need you to support it by promoting advertising in the magazine. Get your clubs to find sponsors for your products, for your companies in the magazine. And what the district is recommending is that the club, when you get an advertising from a bank, for example, you as club will get 25% of the value of this advertising, because this is the amount that the salesperson who gets the advertised gets. So if you do it without the salesperson, the club will benefit, and you will use it for your funds and your projects.
In the club, we had a discussion at RCDC. Today everything is moving as electronic, and the budget for the magazine is about $315,000. Why can't we move it to an e-magazine, and all the money that we can generate, we can use it for projects?
Will they be paying you money for advertising?
No. Look at that.
How will you get money? From sponsors and maybe, but I don't think you get that much. There's a comment here from, there's a question, is a question or a what?
It's a comment about the magazine. My friends, it is true that people turn to electronic, but unfortunately, for promoting Rotary, we need a print to go to libraries, to go to schools, to go to governments, to go to people who are not going to bother going to the internet to read our magazine. And this is what happens to the Rotarian, and this is what happens to all publications that Rotary needs very badly now to get promoted to the standard that we want Rotary to be. Also, it is a fact, and we have to congratulate the printers, that recently the magazine has been upgraded. It is professionally presented, and it's a good tool for publicity. Let us forget another thing. This is the last year of the magazine. Because the year after, District 242, which means the district out of Egypt, will want their own magazine. Or will they agree with Egypt to use the same? We don't know yet. These are things that during the year of Kippur have to be discussed among with policies and relations between the two districts and things like that. Therefore, please bear this in mind. But unfortunately, we cannot go only to internet for the magazine.
Before I give the chance, to confirm what PDG Doris said, the Rotarian now is available in the United States online, but you have to pay the full fees as well, full subscription.
One more. Clarification. Yes, it's a clarification.
I want to clarify something. For the magazine, yes, it has been updated. And also at the same time, it is downloaded on the website of the district. But also we needed, as PDG Doris was saying, that we needed a hard copy. And put in mind that our magazine is out of only 32 magazines all over the world recognized by Rotary International. So we want to keep it. And I want all of you, and I have said that during all my visits during my year, use the magazine as a tool for PR. Take the number what you want, divide it in two, keep the half for the club, and the other half distributed to the community, so the people can know exactly what we are doing. We need the PR. So I don't think that is a point now to stop printing the magazine. Thank you.
On this point as well, please note, we need you, the governor will be needing you to update him with the database, the names of who to receive it. Because this year, not many responded, and it ended up going to the old addresses. So the current president was not receiving it, maybe 2 or 3 years ago president. So please, this is to be updated. The other thing is, this is not an option, it's a must. Every Rotarian must be subscribed to a magazine, whether it's a local or international or one of the 32 magazines. So I received some complaints from some clubs say, we never pay for magazine. This is wrong. This is not allowed. And it is one of the non-functionality of a club to be, not to receive a magazine. So, the budget is, the per capita due for the magazine is $8 per head.
I forgot that.
Approved?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so it's 8 plus 11 for non-Arabs. Arabs it's 8 plus 11 plus 2.
Why the price went up in other countries?
Non-Arab countries. Arab countries, yes.
All the time. Very little advertising coming in nowadays. Maybe later on, if things are better in Egypt, maybe we'll get more.
So $21 per person per Rotarian.
8.
$21 per Rotarian total.
11.
11. 2 plus 8.
21 for the Arab countries and 19 for the non. Okay, the next item is this is approved. Oh, please, thank you very much. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Kibo.
Thank you very much.
The next item is the Rotaract fees. Currently, and for the past few years, the district has approved a per capita, not per capita, it's a fee per the number of Rotaract clubs that the Rotary Club sponsors. Per club. And we would like to confirm with this resolution, if this passes, that every club, every Rotary Club would be paying $150. We suggested $200, but we're suggesting to keep it a little bit, not to increase on the Rotary clubs, the 200, so it's 150, just to confirm that it's 150, and this is to be controlled financially from the governor's office. So the money is submitted to the governor, not to the Rotaract. It's submitted to the governor, controlled by the governor based on budget, and he will dispense with the expenses and sponsor club. Only clubs that have a Rotaract club will be paying 150 per club. Some clubs have 2 or 3, so they'll be paying.
The financial statement of Rotaract clubs, there is a lot of money spending, for example, traveling to Armenia and Georgia.
This is the purpose of the.
Okay, but this is okay. You are making us pay $2 extra for to be Arabization, and then if somebody wants to go, I'm not saying that they should not go; they must go. But to go and travel to Armenia and Georgia on double the expenses of our area, why should we pay for this?
That's another issue.
No, but this is a statement of Rotaract. No. It isn't the statement.
Yes, can I clarify?
This is we're talking about the Rotaract fees.
Yes.
This is only for the DRR and his administration to administer his or
The
her.
financial statement you sent us, these fees are exist.
Yes, that's for another issue. That's for the Arabization publication.
I know, but I'm saying for Arabization we're paying $2. So if they go to Armenia and Georgia should sponsor a bit more.
The traveling is not part of this. There's no traveling.
It's another issue.
The traveling is not in the.
Before Georgia and Armenia.
No, I'm not saying we should not.
This is two different budgets.
Can I?
2 different issues.
On this subject, please. May I?
Please, Doris.
My friends, again, I'm sorry I have to talk again, but it's very valid. It's good that we answer all the. Yesterday at the Governor's College, there was a long discussion, especially about this. The Governor gave us the pleasure of giving a lot of information. we realized, everybody realized, that if and when there is a problem of Rotaractors, in brackets, the responsibility for this error and shortcoming is ourselves, the clubs. Because the Rotaract is a project of the club. And it begins from there. Number one, the club who has a Rotaract must have a committee to overview the Rotaract, including their finances. At the same time, the Rotaract district, they have to control the finances of the Rotaractors. Therefore, if we as clubs begin by controlling our movements, our finances of the Rotaractors, at the same time the district will do the same, we will have no problem. And then we are going to be sure that the $150 are used correctly by a statement which will be presented to the finance committee of the district, and the finance committee of the district will put it before you for the final approval. So if the proper procedure is followed, there will be no questions asked. We will not have any questions asked.
Awesome. I want to make another clarification, please. First, during my year, it was the first time to apply that the clubs are responsible of paying the dues of the Rotaract. This is a separate budget. What is mentioned in the financial statement of the Rotaract, that the DDR has to go, as the governor, has to go and visit the clubs. And according to the manual of procedure, we are following the manual of procedure and the statement of the governor. What is applied for the governor, we apply for the Rotaract. So these two different things. But again, what I want to say, that even so, we have controlled the financial statement because it is the first time for the Rotaract at the end of the year, we have more than 2,000 US dollars. And again, another thing, clubs sometimes does not pay the dues of the Rotaract simply because they say, we don't have the club. If the club is closed, is not functioning, it is up to the president to send something to the Rotary International to stop the function of the Rotaract. But once the Rotary International provide us the list of the clubs they have Rotaract, you have to pay.
Yes, yes,
okay? Please, this has to be clarified. Thank you.
Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so we... So the resolution is to approve the $150 per club. The Interact, we are proposing that the Interact, also the clubs that have Interact Club to pay $100 per club per Interact Club that they have. Interact.
I mean, it's the same that we have.
For home. It's the same concept.
They pay for home.
They pay for the governors so that the governor
in a special account. In a special account.
Special account so that the governor will be supplying the Interact activities. This is only for Interact.
Under the control of the governor.
Yes. Of course.
Interact.
The Interact. And the Rotaract.
And the Rotaract.
Rotaract will submit a statement of what they want to spend it on the Interact.
Don't worry, my friend. Everything will be under my control. Don't worry.
The other item that I sent you, and I'm proposing that we postpone this item. Can we stay together, please? The last item was a suggestion to go into an Interact district, and it was suggested that since we are on the verge of redistricting, maybe it's better if we wait until the redistricting, and then each district will decide on its own whether they want an Interact Club or not. So this proposal was
Postponed.
أنا برفع ايدي عنكم.
انت شيخنا. حازم انت شيخنا.
Okay, the next.
Hassan, you want to join Rotaract?
Okay, the next item is only related to the clubs of Egypt, and it has to be approved in a conference to be implemented in Egypt. So I would like only the Egyptians to raise hand, and I know them by face. So I don't want anybody. Can we stay together, please? It's proposed that the Egypt fund, the country fund for Egypt, to be raised to 106 Egyptian pounds per capita, per person, paid once only at the beginning of the year, for the year 12-13. Already this has been discussed in details in Egypt assemblies, and it's approved 81%, 83% of clubs, 83%, over 80%. So we just ratify this. It has to go in the resolution so that it becomes effective.
Can we object?
Cyprus objects. Okay.
Well, now is an Egyptian which covers
The objection.
Okay. Any other points? I'd like to thank everyone. I'd like to thank the people who prepared these financial statements.
Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Galadin or when?
No, come on. It's formal, it's difficult, but we have to do it. In the resolutions prepared, right, you are going to write it down. In the resolutions, there was no resolution to express the thanks for the services rendered to us by the governor this year.
Okay.
So make, if we all agree, make a paragraph, and let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
Next year.
Next year? Okay. Meeting adjourned. Thank you very much.
6 o'clock, we don't down.